Like on what you were saying, like I noticed that when, and that's with anybody, with ourselves and with other people, when you try to bring their flaws or their wrongdoings to them and try to get them to admit to it, it's like they don't want to admit because it's like she want to point the finger at you, like, no, nigga, you wrong. But at the same time, it's like I can't get past my insecurities and my flaws and this and that to see like, okay, this nigga really love me type shit. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Or maybe it's just because one, if we all take a step back and actually look at ourselves and look at how we take criticism and how we take advice or whatever, if we can do that and actually be like, okay, I don't really like for people to tell me about myself. Most of us don't. You don't really want nobody to try to tell you that you got an attitude problem or you have money issues or
Right.
you got nigga tendencies or you got
But
bitch
it's
nigga
good for
tendencies.
people to actually
No,
tell you that in a good way.
it is in a good way, but some people don't do it that way. Like you have to be able to give a person in a way that they can receive. And a lot of times we have it so fixated in our minds that something is going to come based upon how we see it. So if I give you something, or if I come at you and you the type of nigga where I can be like, nigga, take your motherfucking panties off and put on some boxers or something like that. If you're not the type of person who can take criticism like that, you gonna look at it like, damn,
Like
she
you gonna
hating,
feel
or
like
you're not gonna feel where I'm coming from. So
I know strong
I
man
like
like
I
us.
like that. I like that. I would love
yeah, I
it.
mean it sounds good, but then after a while, once you get it, it's going. I'm trying to tell you, I've been there. Just like you said, you've been in relationships. I've been to it too. Niggas like that shit. They want to say I want a girl that's gonna call me out on my shit. That's gonna do this. That's gonna do that. And then when she do it, she gonna catch you on that day where you're not having a good day. She gonna call you on your shit,
That's
and you gonna
fine.
be mad, and it's gonna be nagging. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Not always.
it's not always, but come on now. Most of them girls that's
That
out there that
nasty.
niggas is talking about that's nagging, most of them is them same girls that months before they started talking to them, they was trying to talk to them for those very same things that they claim they nagging about now. If you really look at it, if you really talk to your dudes or your niggas or even your friends and listen to the things that they complain about, most of the shit is the same shit that got that nigga or that girl in the first place.
Yeah, yeah, because you know why?
Because people
because
think they know what they want.
because people think that's cute. They think that's cute in the beginning.
Like
You know
Harry
what I'm saying?
said.
Yeah, that's like the flirting stages and the confidence stages and the impression stages. But then when y'all a team now and y'all got work to do, you know what I'm saying? It's time to be mature about something and it's time to put y'all heads together. You don't know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you still in
Not
the
listening.
stages.
Like what you were saying earlier, like like with that situation, like it was plenty of times I tried to take me and my baby mom, let's go do something constructive, let's go do something positive.
Right.
And, time and time again, it's like I got no response, failed, didn't want to do it. But then it's like, soon as I fuck up or something, I'm Mr. Bad Guy. Like, but then at the same time, like, I want to establish the level or get to the level where, I shouldn't have to depend on other people as much or whatever.
Right.
That way, motherfucker can't be like, oh, remember this? I gave you this and I gave you that. But then going back to
Hmm.
what go ahead, Harry.
Man, I don't know. I just say, man, that a lot of us just come from a single family household. That's the beginning of the issues, and we never seen a happy black couple do it. You know, like I speak for myself. Like my parents got divorced when I was 2 years old. I don't remember them being together. Only thing I remember is my mother, then you know what I'm saying, a woman at the house working, taking care of everything. I'll be with my father on the weekends and the summers, sometimes for the most part, and we never really seen it happen to play it out in our real lives. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing I know that my father did for me when I was 5 years old is that he always pulled the chair out for me when I was five. He always cut up my pancakes. So therefore, when I get older and I got my lady and she got her son, I know that listen, don't just put his food on the table, because now I see the boy eating with his hands, and like he's not cutting up his pancakes. His chair is all the way back. His butt is on the edge of the seat, and he eating with his hands. Like so, some of the things that I know that my father did for me, I can do for you know what I'm saying. My lady son, like, look, you need to pull his chair out. He's short, he's young. You need to push it in, and you need to cut up his pancakes. Those are the things that I remember my father doing for me. So, like the things that I saw when I was younger, I can easily duplicate it in my life. But as far as seeing a black man and a black woman just doing it together in harmony, I never really seen that.
I feel I feel what you're saying, and I feel it that even though sometimes we haven't seen that in our lives, because you know what I'm saying, we didn't see our mom mistreated and beat on and whatnot. Like I think that make better men out of us to be like, I do want to treat women right and treat my sons right like me. Like I'm dying for that family time with my son to where I could play with him and interact with him. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, Pops weren't there and shit. You know what I'm saying? Moms was always there. And I feel like that's what's wrong with, like young black America today. Like, everybody having babies, but nobody, like, tending to the fucking babies. Like, it's just, like, all about self now. So now it's like, it's about self, then y'all get into it now. It ain't even about the babies no more. So I think actually like teaching them kids like manners and goals and self values, I think that's what's really wrong with like America. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody teaching nobody nothing. And the people that is getting taught, you know what I'm saying, they good, but what about the people that's like don't have that opportunity, don't have parents to be like, sit down, let me read this book to you, because they worried about drinking and smoking and going to the club and shit. Like, I feel like that's really what's wrong, you know what I'm saying, with men and women, you know what I'm saying, not women bashing, but a lot of women be like, oh, fuck, drop my baby off the granny, I'm gonna go kick it, instead of being like, fuck it, let me read a book to him tonight, or some shit like that. And as far as the fathers, like, more fathers really need to be involved, but the niggas too caught up in, like, the street life shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, man. And the children is the future, man. And I just not learned that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I just not learned that. I'm 25 years old. I don't have no kids. You know what I'm saying? But I realize that they are the future now, man.
I mean, making them is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't regret having my kids, but it's just like I wish things was different so I could like really, really be there, like without all the confusion and the drama and the arguing and all that dumb shit.
So I think that while I don't have, like I said, I don't have a religion or anything like that, but I do agree with when it talks about, saving yourself from marriage. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure nobody in this call has saved themselves from marriage. Obviously, 2 out of 3 people have children, people. So I get that point. But I think that what we do is, one, we're already programmed. Like, if any conscious or quote-unquote woke person knows that we are programmed. We know that there are certain things that we do to kind of fit this mode of society that we live in. So that whole, the men out there running the streets and the women out there going from bars and clubs and stuff like that, we're all doing that. We in search of the same thing. In my opinion, I believe that most of us are all here, out here looking for love. Obviously, if we didn't grow up in a double parent home. 2 out of 3 of my major relationships were in relationships with men who grew up in dual parent homes. One of them, their parents are still happily married, and he's almost 30. And the other one, no, he is 30. And the other one, his parents separated and everything like that, but he grew up with them being together. And they were still just as fucked up as I was growing up in a single parent home, hoping and praying that my daddy would actually call me or stop by sober and not drunk. So it's in a sense, it can be that foundation. Yes, it is very true that our foundation from where we grow up. I heard not too long ago actually that the information that a child receives between birth and 6 years is the most primal information, that is the most important information that they can learn pretty much in their life, because that sets the foundation for who they are and how they grow up. So, like you said, your parents, Neil, you said your parents, when you were 3? My parents were together until I was 2. And then after that, it was just my mom. So, like, I get that with our foundation, but what we need to do now, I feel like we need to start taking responsibility for ourselves. I think that there was a point. It's like we're growing. It's like we go from being babies to adults. Everything that happens in this world is a cycle. Everything is a pattern down to our cells, down to our DNA. Everything is patterns and designs. So we go from being a baby, we want to be loved, we want to be cared for. Who's the best person to love and care for you? A child. So you got girls just running around here talking about they want to get babies, they want to have babies, they want to do that because it's going to solve their problems. Trust me, I was one of them. So I understand. And then the men out here, well, I'm going to go and I'm going to make me some money and I'm going to fuck bitches and I'm going to be cool because that's what you need to do as a man. You need to have kids and then you need to go make your money so you can take care of your kids and yourself. Okay, that's cool. So while he out there chasing money and she out here chasing dick, ain't nobody out here taking care of them kids if they had to love them in the first place, but they don't want to admit to themselves that that's why the fuck that they had the kids, because it takes too much responsibility to care for yourself. It's a lot of work. It's self-accountability. You have to tell yourself every day, I have to get up and I have to do this because it's not just for me. And you need to get up and you need to go throw that away because I'm tired of you leaving your garbage all over the place. But anyway, so we need to be able to take responsibility for ourselves and accountable for our feelings.
Hey, piggyback.